We can move on to music quickly.
Let's do it.
Mobo Awards nominations
Yeah.
are out. I don't know if you've seen them.
I've not caught up with much of them, you know.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some.
Yeah.
Because I think the initial big talking point that I saw on my time, that could just be echo chamber thing, was Little Sims not being included in, I think, album of the year.
Yeah. And that album is fucking fire.
But the thing, and I'm with you.
She missed the deadline.
It's just that, innit? So I feel like, and there's obviously a place I think I want this conversation to kind of go. I understand the initial reaction. I feel we've all been on edge for the last couple of years with award shows, whether that's music, whether it's film, whatever.
Yeah.
Wanting them to get it right, wanting them to have their finger on the pulse. But we also just can't do the knee-jerk thing as well. A little bit of research. I've not to disrespect anybody. I see Rhett tweeting. That's probably the most high-profile person. Probably not the only person, but I see him tweeting saying like, yo, how's she not included? But a quick Google search would show you that there's, and I like that Mobo did respond and say, yo, just for the purpose of clarity, these are our dates in regards to cut-off period, so that going forward, everybody knows, innit? And she will be considered next year. I just hope that she doesn't get lost in the noise, because by the time the award show comes around next year, her album will feel old.
She deserves it all, man. You know what, though? Some of the responses that I saw online, I wasn't really a fan of.
What, from the Mobos?
When people were critiquing there not being an electronic category. And as somebody who loves electronic music, and it is one of the most important, like, black electronic music has shaped the UK's nightlife. Garage, UK garage, dubstep, jungle, drum and bass, house music, funky, and there's no section for that. It don't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And then when people brought it up, it was a bit like, there was a little bit of defense, and I'm like, listen, black people are bringing this up because they care about the Mo. If no one cared, they wouldn't be saying anything.
Yeah.
This comes from a place of wanting it to be better. And there are tweets around the electronic section that go back 10 years ago. And the conversation.
So they're saying this isn't a new thing then?
This isn't a new
For the people
conversation.
that didn't know,
it was Funk Butcher that was talking about it online.
Okay.
Some of the responses to him were a little bit sassy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You got to remember as well, it's a human being behind that account. They're thinking, who the fuck are you? We're all sat there on our phone like, who are you talking to? And it's also, it's hard to gauge tone sometimes when you're reading something online, innit? Because it could just be, like you said, someone's passionate about this thing and they just want to see their category included.
But he wasn't being rude.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And it's a conversation that's been happening for time.
Okay.
And you've got to look at it on the backdrop of the way dance and house music gets positioned. And it's like, oh, that's white people's music, actually centered in our community. When I was going to house raves, there was hardly any white people in there. It was full of black people.
But it's our fault though, because we're part of the problem. Like, we joke about like unce music and stuff.
Yeah.
I've said on here, like, as a correction, that music is actually our music.
Fam.
I was reading an
article it's one of the best genres
last week
in the world.
about and I was talking about like growing up in church.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the origins of house music, they were sampling, vocaling, getting gospel singers to be on their music. That's part of the reason why we love that music so much, because it comes from us.
Yeah. Pevin Everett.
Yeah.
So we got songs like Gabriel, right, which is a crossover track. It's a house track, but you're hearing like garage sets. If you listen to the lyrics,
it's gospel music, bro.
Yeah, even as he was an archangel of love.
Yeah.
We have good news for those celebrating their life to the Spirit, dedicating their life to the Spirit.
Yeah.
This is gospel. Wookiee Battle.
Yeah.
It's a gospel tune. So like, I and it's rooted in the black church. If you look at where house music comes from, it comes from disco. That's black music.
Yeah.
You hear where UK garage comes from, it comes from house music.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, it's all linked. Jungle, it comes from dancehall music.
Yeah.
Dubstep comes from jungle and drum and bass. It's all linked. So my whole thing is, when we keep rubbishing the electronic music, and I think like Mobos should have taken that one on the chin and been like, yo, I fucking hear what you're saying. Like, this is so important. It's the thread that runs through so much of our music. You listen to dancehall, you listen to Afro beats. There's so much elements of electronic music. You listen to people like Adunsi the Engine. You can hear elements of electronic music in that.
Yeah.
A lot of the dancehall rhythms that come out now, you can hear house influences in it. How can we not be given a nod to people who have created these sounds?
We need to have these chats, innit? So a bit of correction,
sense, man.
So that the masses know.
Sorry, I'm on one. You know,
no.
You see me in house music.
No, but I'm happy.
That's my love,
I'm happy that you're here, because you make certain references that even some stuff that I've got to go and research, and I know like a base, and just because I was reading up on it over the last week or so. But even me, there's like, okay, cool. So I need to double check. Has there actually been a category? If there hasn't been, why hasn't there been? So there hasn't been. So cool. That's a purpose. That's clarity now. So there hasn't been a category. And it should be, because one of my best holiday experiences being in a super club in Ibiza. I look up here, and who do I see? Away with the Fairies, innit? And I think I see Thanos. It's not Thanos, it's Carl Cox.
Oh yeah, yo, you see Carl Cox,
You know,
bro.
because when I was in my little house phase, I still love house now. But when I was like actively going to the dances, I want to be at whatever rave is in London Bridge or what's going on, bro. Some of the best nights I've ever had in it, and that's one of my best holiday experiences ever. So yeah, and I don't know how revered that man is outside of the house community.
Oh, he is like.
But the experience
the
experience I had was crazy, innit? So
yeah.
no, so Clarity, Little Sims didn't miss out because they haven't got their finger on the pulse. It's purely because of the cut-off dates. That's one. But the first strike against them is the, should we put it down as use the right term, erasure of electronic music?
Yeah, or just it not even being acknowledged, man. When it underpins, everyone's on Amapiano now, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think that music comes from?
Yeah.
It's rooted in South African house music, man.
Yeah.
Like house is everywhere. Electronic music is all around us. It's embedded in it. I'm on one again.
No,
anyway.
Speak up. You listen, you're not at the BBC, bro.
But
if you need to go,
listen,
let it off.
Disclaimer: the BBC give me space to have the conversations that I want to
I love
have,
that.
Yeah?
Go on.
But no, like I can't fucking swear though. So I'm glad I could do that here. Like, I'm on one because I just believe in that music so much, and it has shaped so much of my.
You grew up on that, bro.
Yeah, I grew up, and I was in those raves. I was there when it was happening.
So you like you said, you saw those black people in there, so clearly we like this music.
Yeah, and you see Funky. Like when I'm telling you I was going to Funky raves, it wasn't when Funky was commercial. We're talking about 2004, 5. People like Super D, like playing underground raves.
Boy, if Super D can have a dance today, I'll still go, bro.
That music was grimy. It was nasty. It was dirty. It had elements of grime in it. It was such an exciting space because it was this new music that was coming up, and it represented a kind of a new wave of Black London. Like there was something so exciting about that time. And for us not to give nods to the people who are shaping this shit is fucking wild to me.
Do you know what I think is really key what you're saying, yeah? Because I felt like the rebirth or the just new energy around grime again when Skepta gave a nod to Mega, and I think the song's called We Begin Things, and he's like, it was right all around time period of like the YouTube clip that if you're a true Skepta fan, you know when he's talking about underdog psychosis and just kind of like rating our thing again. And I think Mobo's even that year they acknowledged So Solid for either like it might have been 10 or 20 years of success.
They've had a grime category before.
Yeah, and then we kind of just acknowledge that we have legends and icons here. Let's rate our guys instead of Americans. If we were to do that, like you said, with electronic music and gave a nod to that funky space, I would love to see a performance like a Gracious K with Ramsey or Mr. Silver at the Mobos. That and just let them go back to back. That shouldn't be like hard to do. Let them do that, because I see footage of Gracious K at shouts out to the Free Shots Tequila Boys. They sold at Royal Albert Hall recently.
Yeah.
He was on stage, and I don't care whatever happens, whatever people say about my man. Yeah, that song will. My song will always go off, bro.
Yeah,
that's a classic for us, isn't it?
Definitely.
And if we acknowledge those people, and it's like, we've had people that, this and tell a story, then maybe we can get to a point where like we continuously year on year have that category. So I'm not mad at people that think like yourself that like this genre of music should be acknowledged. So
can't let our history slip through our fingers.
No. Because when we do, other people retell our stories, and then we'll get mad.
Exactly.
So, but we'll run through quickly the category list. So
yeah, let's do it.
2021 Mobo nominations in full: Best Male Act, AJ Tracy, Central C, Dave Gets Heady One, Pot of Paper. What do you think?
Dave.
Okay.
I think he had a good year, man.
Yeah.
And he put out something really strong.
Yeah. He without even scrolling, I'm sure he'll be in the best album category as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be one of them ones where like if he doesn't win one, he'll probably win the other.
Yeah.
Is how it usually works.
Deserves that.
Best Female Act.
Yeah.
Arlo Parks, Bree Runway, Cleo Soul, Little Sim, Shabo, and Tiana Major 9.
Oh, I can't. Do you know what? There's so many favorites in that category for me.
Yeah.
I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
Cleo Soul or Little Sims for me.
Yeah.
Cleo might lose out just purely off like a lack of visibility in inverted commas because like.
But she's done so much.
She'll come. She'll drop the music.
Yeah.
She'll go off.
And all the stuff she did with Salt as well.
Yeah, she'll come back. Oh, hi guys, I had a baby. Here's the music. I'm out, and that's it. You know, we don't really see it outside of that. So I hope that doesn't get used against her. But that's for me, who I would probably give it to.
Sim should take that, I think.
Yeah.
But there's so many women in that category that have had a fantastic year that have done so much, man.
No, so that's a decent category. Okay, cool. We go album of the year.
Yeah.
Arlo Parks, Collapsed in Sunbeams. Celeste, Not Your Muse. Cleo Soul, Mother. Dave, We're All Alone in This Together. Gets, Conflict of Interest. And Heady One, Edna.
It would say it again.
So Arlo Parks.
Yeah.
Collapsed in Sunbeams.
Yeah.
Celeste, Not Your Muse.
Yeah.
Cleo Soul, Mother. Really enjoyed that album.
Yeah.
Dave, We're All in This Together. Really enjoyed that album.
Those are the two I was thinking.
Gets, Conflict of Interest.
It's a good
and
album.
Heady One, Edna.
I think Cleo or Dave. I think.
Okay.
It's so difficult. 'Cause I like them all.
Yeah. I'm with you, Cleo or Dave, but I did really enjoy Gets' album. And sometimes like that person's having their moment, give it to them. But then the young boy is on fire still, so I can see Dave winning that as well.
Wretch's album as well.
Was it an album or was it a little project you released at the end?
I mean, for me, yeah. I mean,
at this point, if it's on streaming sites, you can pay for original content.
Yeah. But there was some nice songs on that, you know.
Yeah, no, Wretch ain't gonna give us bad music, innit?
Nah.
It's just about narrative and like bangers in inverted commas. Song of the year, A1J1, Latest Trends, Central C, Commitment Issues, Dave, Clash featuring Stormzy, Any, Peng Black Girls featuring Amir Brave, Parsalu, My Family, Tion Wayne and Russ Millions, Body, Remix featuring obviously RD, Bugsy, Barney, Darko, and the rest.
Parsalu.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah. But at the same time, because of how well
I don't know
and how on fire, how obviously Tion and Russ has been.
It
wouldn't shock me if Body got it. Maybe I don't know who's done the most numbers in regards to sales and YouTube clicks, whatever. But it wouldn't surprise me if Body out of all them is very high up in regards to.
Of course, it'd get enough clicks, but still Parsalu, man.
But then Clash with Stormzy and Dave, like that actually really grew on me, and I started hearing that out like in the dance.
Yeah.
That's a cold rhythm.
Still Parsalu for me though, man.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, I'm not. I like it. I like this.
Man.
I like this conversation. I like it.
Yeah. Par definitely, man.
You saying you really resonate with that My Family?
Yeah.
And Back Row G's cold
it's
on there.
It's just something about his flow. It's something about the way Parsalu sits on a track.
I'll be honest, I just like them because they're black.
Yeah.
Like they're just black. Like really black. Like when I was growing up and listening to grime and that, I just love Roscoe because I just knew.
Yeah.
I was like, look at Dirty Dange, look at Slicks. You lot are all the blacks, all the apps. I love you lot. Like I was invested in it. So and also I'm with you in terms of how it sits on there. They feel different. Like it's a new different energy. I remember Ambush was the first person I saw posting Back Row G. I think it was on his Snapchat. That's how I got introduced to Back Row G. Was Ambush posting him, and I went to go check who's this person out. They didn't really hear anything, and then just felt like music was popping out everywhere in it. So, but yeah, song of the year. Okay, so for me, Percy's would be My Family or Clash.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Body won.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either. Well, that kind of took over the country, to be honest. All the remixes. You see the mad remixes?
Yeah, there's remixes everywhere.
It's wild.
It's the life. That's the music business, isn't it? You got to just keep the song out there.
Real.
Best newcomer, Arlo Parks, RD, Back Row G, Berwin, or Berwine if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Central C, Any, Joy Crooks, Midas the Jagaban, Pink Pantheress, and Wes Nelson. Wes Nelson got a nomination.
I love that.
If RD wins a Mobo, Black Twitter's
they're gonna kick off.
If RD wins a Mobo and Charlie Sloth is the person reading out the nominations, that's gonna be killer.
Yeah. That's gonna be a night to remember. It's really hard to pick. I love what Any's done. Any hasn't put out enough though.
I just feel like if I'm just comparing them, like Any hasn't had a bigger year than a Central C, or had a bigger year than an RD.
But Pink Pantheress,
yeah,
globally when it comes to TikTok, and I think maybe I say TikTok like such an uncle, but like TikTok, we're probably a little bit removed. But what Pink Pantheress has done on TikTok has been mad. Right, like so globally,
a big following over there.
Her music's cleaned up.
Yeah, because I can't pretend to know. I don't know much about that person.
She does a lot around nostalgia. So like she used Adam F Circles for one of her like well-known songs. She uses a lot of old school bangers and she remakes them in a particular.
She does flips and stuff.
Very creative, very correct. I just love what she's doing as a newcomer. It's something. It's nostalgic because she's using old music, but it's so fresh.
Okay, so it's not like I'm just leaning on the fact these are bangers. It is actually new energy on them.
Yeah, I just like I just like people who do things that are a little bit different.
Because I'm always wary of like, I like a flip. I like someone like remaking an old tune, whatever. But if that's your only stick, I'm like, I need to like you for you. That's why I'm a little bit.
You might not like her.
No, don't do that.
Flips. No, there's enough flips, but I like.
If they're done good, I can enjoy them for what they are. But I eventually want to like be into you for you. Like when I first started listening to Tory Lanez, there was a lot of that in it, but it's like there was still original content.
Yeah.
So I do need that as well. All right, cool. So for you would like to see Pink Pantheress win?
Do you know what I would? And it probably wouldn't be who I'd go for generally. Yeah. But it's just something about what she's doing that I like. And I read up on her story, man. I just think, like...
There's nothing wrong. If you like if I like you, I like you, bro. That's
no. I don't mean it like that. I'm talking about in comparison to other artists because there's a lot about them that I like as well. But I'm justifying to myself why I'm picking her. Like, I'm taking this very seriously.
No, but it is. I like that you said that person over there has got a big following because I did also... I didn't use a number thing, but I'd have to have a measure of it when I'm saying that Ardy's had a bigger year than Any, because it is measurable in regards to look, in regards to numbers, singles sold, features, all that stuff. So yeah, there is a measure. So
do you know what's so hard about this? I'm such a music person. Yeah. Like I think it. You know, like down to the minute details.
Our listeners are thinking, bro, give Fols a fucking answer, bro.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Pink Pantheress.
Alright, cool. I'm with you. I would love an Any, but I'm looking there. It's between RD, Central C.
Yeah.
And me being a black African I am, if Backroad G wins it, that'd be amazing, but I wouldn't be surprised to see RD or Central C.
But I want to see more from Any in 2022.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna get that.
We need.
She's got a song out of Odile.
Yeah.
So go and check that out as well. Yeah. She's definitely coming.
Yeah, I want to see
she's
more
very
from
talented.
Her,
we'll go video of the year, Bree Runway with Hot. Fredo, Money Talks featuring Dave, which is a really good video. Yeah. Little Sims, Woman featuring Cleo Soul, another really good video. Millions Lager. For me, I love that video. Yeah. Shot back home in Africa again.
Yeah.
Parsaloo, My Family featuring Backroad G, and Slow Time, Mazza featuring ASAP Rocky.
Little Sims for me.
What was Hot? I'm sure Hot was a good, because Bree does really good videos as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it would be Little Sims.
And if we're trying to do the respectability thing and show a good side of us,
no,
that's just me being tongue in cheek. That would be a good video to pick.
No, do you know why I'm picking Little Sims? Like, you're quite right, you know. Yeah. Actually, that's what I'm picking. No. It was seeing so many people in the video. Yeah, because that's what I love.
Zizi's in there. She used a lot of people from the scene and stuff. Yeah,
beautiful Zizi Mills. Man. Yeah, seeing so many people from the UK in a video. That's what did it for me. Yeah. So many black women from the UK. Like
celebrating our own once again.
Yeah, I just love it, man. I just love that video.
No, it was a cold video.
So yeah, tune as well.
That's a cold tune.
Millions' video for me is
bro,
yo, that video is wild.
Man's out there with the child soldiers.
Yeah, man. That was probably
with the machete.
Yeah, it's like here for me. It's like here.
Bro, that Lager video, and the fact I was like, you're an upcoming UK artist. We don't want to pigeon and just say you're a drill guy. Yeah, you went home and you shot that.
Yeah, the
video's crazy. Yeah, and the guys are dancing in that. Yeah, the video for Lager is cold. So
definitely agree.
So yeah, for you, you're saying Little Sims.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at a Sims. Percy is a Millions Lager, but I won't be angry either. The two of them.
Yeah.
Best R&B/soul act: Bella, Cleo Soul, Georgia Smith, Salt, Tiana Major 9, and Western. Ahead of Cleo Soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, for me, Cleo Soul makes beautiful music. Everything Western touches is gold. Every single thing. Everything about them. I'm sorry. I
won't do time. I won't have an argument with you, God.
We're not having an argument over this. And you see the way Western embed black West Indian culture into their music and uphold the culture, which I feel like a lot of it's falling away.
Have they got a song out recently with Leela Ike?
They did have a song out They did release a song a couple of weeks ago.
The last like 6 to 8 months since them either going independent or partner up with Empire, I felt like they've released a lot more, and I'm happy as a Western. I'm a Western fan. I love
Western music.
They've been releasing really good music. So
it's them for me. I'm sorry, them every time. Western. I don't even think there's a conversation to be had for me.
No, hey man.
And then there's who else was there? Cleo after for a review.
Okay, cool. I just can't unhear that Mother album. So it's just like,
yeah, I understand. I like Mother, but Western.
All right, cool. I hear it. Best Grime Act: Bugsy Malone, Chip, DWE, Frisco, Getz, Skepta. I feel like Getz will probably get bumped in a category. I think maybe like the album award category. So that probably would be the category to give him one.
Yeah.
And I think over the last year in this space, I think he's had the biggest and best year of all those people there. Yeah. Everybody's probably gonna have sound arguments. DW is obviously a legend in the space and that.
And he's had some good tracks though.
He's had some good tracks. And Frisco's one thing about Frisco, regardless of what's going on with BB Coversley, you've got two prominent figures. Skepta's having the time of his life the last couple of years. JME's always going to be fine and be JME. He's not got lost in the noise. If you're tapped into the grime community, Frisco's been releasing good music consistently. He's got his own event with the Den and stuff. So he's like, even if this Skepta's having his moment in the sun, even if we don't do the collective thing, I'm always going to be fine. And I love seeing people just do them. Yeah. And he's still done that.
And you know, with grime, for me, I'm a shallow consumer at the moment. So like grime back in the day,
a lot of us are. We're not living it. You're not going to the raves. You're not listening to radio sets. The fashion's changed. So if we're all being really honest, a lot of it's still nostalgia. People just don't want to be frank about it. You like the way I know like who were probably the newer guys in drill. I don't have my finger on the pulse who are the new young guys in grime. Yeah. It's still the same guys that I was probably listening to when I was younger, who I'm going to gravitate towards now.
And who still make bangers.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Best hip-hop act: Dave, D-Block Europe, Fredo, Little Sims, Potter Paper, and Slow Tie.
I have been listening to D-Block Europe though, you know.
And they got a project coming out. Yeah. I think end of this week as well.
And I'm looking forward to that still.
Released a song with Offset the other day, which is really good as well.
I think I'd go for them. Okay. D-Block Europe, yeah.
And I think these are all fan votes, am I right? Are these all fan votes or not? I'll double check. Because they've got the reason I asked because they've got a loyal fan base. If this is a fan vote, they're winning that category. No, bro. They're winning that category, bro.
Fuck trying to go for the category. They're going to win.
I think I hear a D-Block. It'll be beautiful to see Potter Paper win. Yeah. Because also the category is hip-hop. He's still very much hip-hop out of that category and what he's been doing and the success in coming back from jail. Having 2 projects and doing really well on that.
That's no mean feat, man.
Yeah. Best drill act: Central C, Digger D, Heady One, K-Trap, Lowski, Millions, Rush Millions, SR, Tion Wayne, Unknown T. This is a very stacked category, and everybody's got a reasonable argument.
Yeah. That's hard for me to pick.
That's probably one of the hardest categories.
Yeah, I don't know who I'd pick from that.
Rush
Millions has had a really, really strong year though.
Yeah, and also being from outside London, a lot of time I think we forget those guys. So he's got a strong argument. Rush should win purely off numbers and success.
Yeah, of course.
And kind of the comeback kid thing as well. Kind of got rubbed out a bit. Had a really good interview with ZZ Mills, and then we got Body, and he's back out here.
Yeah, and Body did take over though.
But then K-Trap had a really good tape with Trapo. I love Maths. I love Triple R with Young's Teflon and Do Road. So, and Digger D can say what he wants to say. Central C can say what he wants to say. So I'm going to be honest and say, I ain't got, other than the numbers thing, other than numbers and using that to pick Russ, I don't know who I'd pick in that category.
I think I'd pick Millions.
Okay.
Because of his sound and his consistency.
Fair.
Every song I hear is consistent. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that others aren't, but like my choice to listen, if someone gave me that group to listen to, Millions would be the first person whose song I go to listen to.
I understand why. Yeah.
And based on what he's done.
Yeah.
So it'd be Millions for me.
Yeah, we'll do one with us. Actually, you know what we'll do, yeah? I don't want to bore the people. There's still loads. All right, cool. We'll go off
You're not still fucking talking about music.
off the back of the obviously the chat we're having now. I will go to best media personality. It's always interesting. So Charlene White, Chunks and Young Philly.
Yeah.
Harry Panero, Henry, Julia Adenuga, Maya Jama, Mo Gilligan, Munya Chihuahua, Nella Rose, and ZZ Mills.
That is hard, you know, because they've all had strong years. I feel like ZZ, love her or hate her, ZZ Mills she keeps pushing. And she's had, I mean, the last conversation she had was with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Sheeran, you know what I mean? I just think she's found her lane and she's running with it.
Yeah.
And she's great at the lane that she's in.
Yeah.
Very good at it. And everybody knows this. I've got a real soft spot for ZZ, you know. Everybody knows that.
Because you like the face.
Yeah, but there's just something about her as well that I have like a real soft spot for.
No, I'll always have a soft spot for someone that exists outside of the house.
And
if you start on Instagram, if you graft yourself and you go through the wars on Instagram, on Twitter, and you still keep pushing, I'll always have a bit of a soft spot for you.
And I just like her. I
Yeah,
like, I
fine.
think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just like her.
Yeah. That's typical man shit. Like, I think she's buff first
Get
and
out
foremost.
of it. No.
I think she's
I don't
buff
mean it like that
first
at
and
all.
foremost.
I don't mean it like that at all. But I just think she's had a fantastic year. And now, like, Unapologetic's been picked up.
Yeah, I saw that on Channel 4.
What a fantastic year, man.
Yeah.
Who else was in that category?
Nella Rose.
She's had a fantastic year.
Munya.
Her podcast. I mean, Munya got us through the lockdown.
Mo
Munya
Gilligan.
would be my other choice.
Mo
as
just
well,
sold out 10 dates at Hamilton Apollo.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's doing
Yeah,
O2,
you're right.
O2 at the end of the year. It just all depends on how you look at media personalities.
Yeah, you're right.
So it just depends on your, because then Chunks and Young Philly, they ain't slowed down. Harry's having a really good year.
Yeah. I worked with Harry
Julie,
recently.
how was that? Really?
Yeah, what a nice guy, man.
Good to hear.
Yeah, really nice.
Julie and Maya Jama.
Great. This is what I'm saying. It's hard to pick.
But I think that's what it'll boil down to, is how you view media personalities and stuff. But
just ZZ's rise in the past year has been crazy.
Yeah, no.
But she's been at it for years. I think
Yeah,
she's had a show for 4 years now.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 years. I think
4 years the show has been on. I think about
yeah.
5-6 years actually trying to be out here. So to see where she's getting to is dope, and it's inspiring for people that are out there trying to do their thing as well.
Agreed.
Okay, cool. This is a biased one for me. We'll do Best African Music Act.
Okay.
Ira Star, Burna Boy, CK, Davido, King Promise, NSG, Rema, Thames, Tiwa Savage, and Wizkid.
Wiz.
Album. The shows are happening at the end of this month.
Yeah.
I do want to say a haha to all the people that bought 7 tickets. No, apparently my friends have got the box pattern, so I'll update you if I'm in the box or not.
Yo, don't piss me off. I'm trying to go there, you know.
People bought like 7 tickets. Now I'm seeing people scrambling trying to sell their tickets. I'm sorry, man. I'm here to laugh, man.
Why are they trying to sell them?
Because they thought they was going to get mad bread for them, and now we're getting closer to the date. They're having to sell them at like
close to
cost price, innit?
Good.
Because people bought bare tickets. I'm seeing people like, I secured like 8 tickets in that.
That's killing music. Good.
Yeah, so,
I have no sympathy at all.
Yeah, you lot struggle. We'll wait nearer to the date and that, and you're gonna have to give them to half price or something stupid. So that's what
they'll be out there. Early tickets.
Yeah. So
Wiz for me, man.
Yeah.
He's had an. I mean, I wasn't happy about Justin being on.
Yeah, I get it.
I think it was good for his career.
That's the music business.
And that's what I was saying.
Music business, isn't it? So.
Hey, but Justin's verse was fucking dead.
It was never going to be good.
It was dead.
And the worst thing about it,
dead, though,
even if it was good, I was going to hate anyway. So
no, you're right.
I'll be honest. I was going to hate anyway because I just hated the whole him being on there. I understood it.
Yeah. From a Wiz,
2 things can be true. I absolutely hate this, but I understand why you're doing it and why it makes sense, innit? So
I know I hate you.
But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. There's still loads of stuff on there. You've got like best reggae act. You know, okay, best reggae act. Lila Ike, Popcorn, Sean Paul, Shensia, Skilly Bang, Spice, and I saw a lot of talk around that.
Well, they're dancehall acts.
Yeah. And so do you think we should have separate categories then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think reggae and dancehall are linked, right? But these are dancehall acts. Who am I going for? Say again.
Lila Ike.
I'm just longing it out, you know.
Popcorn, Sean Paul, Skilly Bang, and Spice. You're gonna have to go for probably the one person that's a reggae act, isn't it?
Popcorn. No, but if we're talking about the people,
yeah,
I'm just gonna go for the people.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, regardless of take the category out of it, maybe Popcorn, man.
I hear it.
Spice is my babes though.
Like, we've got time for Spice.
I love her, man.
She puts on a show as well.
She really does. I saw her live in Amsterdam, and she was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, people in Rotterdam. You know, people in the Netherlands don't dance. It's mad.
What do they do?
Just watch.
Were you at? Was it like? Were you at a nightclub and she was performing?
It was a festival.
Okay.
And you could tell all the UK people there because they were loud as fuck, and we all just walked to the front because everyone was just so polite. We just walked to the front.
Oh, so you didn't have to push people out the way?
No, people were just there standing there. We were loud, shouting. People were just standing there watching. People from the Netherlands. It's wild. So if you ever want to see a concert and get to the front, it's really easy to do that.
Maybe they're very calm, reverent people, isn't it?
They're amazing people, man. I do like the Dutch, but a lot of them are Surinamese. I'm Guyanese.
Okay.
Countries are next to each
other. So that's where the link is and stuff.
Brothers and sisters and that.
You know, you got to shout out to your fellow countrymen and that, you know. So
this is it, man.
You know, before we do go, I did, in terms of like docket and stuff we wanted to discuss. SilkSonic album. I don't mind the music heavy podcast. So don't think we just like we can talk music. People aren't mad at us. They know what we're about and that. What were your thoughts on the album?
I loved it. And do you know what? I think there's some miserable fuckers out there.
There we go.
Man.
I was waiting. Tell me how you really feel, Richie.
So do you see the thing? 70s sound, right?
Yeah.
It's popping. And we've been seeing it everywhere. So like obviously Anderson .Paak has been doing it. Salt has been doing it as well. You're looking at people like Leon Bridges. He's been doing it. T.J. Moses released a song with somebody today or yesterday or something.
Yeah.
That had the 70s sound. And there are people like, oh, you know, this, I don't really like it. I don't think they're executing it properly. It's really cheesy. And I'm like, yo, this is new and fresh and different. And everyone complains that music's always nasty and about sex and about this and they're giving you something different and a different sound.
Yeah.
Like it's something different. And it's, for me, music is about connection and bridges. They're tapping people into old music they might not have known about before.
Yeah, so it should make people go and research that. Yeah.
And I love the 70s era. I'm a Rare Groove fan, you know what I mean? I love all of that.
Okay.
I'm a Roy Ayers man. I love people like
Talk your shit, Richie.
Yeah, like I love that old shit. So for me, like it offers me a nostalgia that I didn't even live through. And I love that. I think what they did with the album was really done well. I think they're fantastic artists. This isn't new for Bruno Mars either, is it? Like, come on, he always does nostalgia.
Yeah.
Finesse, I am that's a 90s. A 90s nostalgia.
The one with Cardi B, cold video as well. Do you know what it is? I think I didn't see the cheesy conversation. I saw more like the cosplaying tribute act conversation where people kind of felt that like after a certain point, like this kind of imitation kind of vibes, is it really that cold where, because you're not going to beat the music, the original music from that era?
Well, don't listen then. Why fucking not? No, but you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Why not?
You ain't got time for the miserable people.
Everything always evolves. Everything always comes round.
Yeah.
It happens again and again and again. Of course, you're never going to be the man in the 70s. But that sound is beautiful, it's fresh, and it's different to what we've been hearing recently. Let the people make the tunes them, because you know what it does do? It creates intergenerational connections as well.
Yeah.
Your aunties and uncles in their 60s and 70s, 80s are listening to that music and they're loving it.
Yeah.
Your 17, 18-year-olds are listening and love it. Your 20-year-olds are loving it. It's connecting people.
Yeah.
I just can't. This is creativity. Let the people create music. If you don't like it, don't listen.
Yeah. No, Bruno's been out here. Obviously, he did the New Jack Swing stuff as
Long
well.
time,
so.
Man.
You know, I just think it's. I heard him a little bit when you get like what's the song that come out? The video that come out, the most recent one for Smoking Out the Window, innit? So they're really going for it in that video, innit?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that's why people feel like it's kind of tribute act cosplaying, but like if it is, that's tribute act on steroids, and
what's wrong with it?
No pun intended, absolutely smoked that song. Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, my favorite song is Put on a Smile, personally.
Yeah, same.
Off the album.
Same.
And I do like it. It's not too long as well.
Yeah.
Only half an hour. Obviously, we all heard Leave the Door Open, and it was cold. Like, we all enjoyed it when it come out. So I was a little bit surprised to see that conversation brewing. And sometimes I feel like, are you saying this because You really think this, or you seen other people saying this? But
I think it's because they see other people. Like, what happened to just enjoying the art that somebody puts out there?
oh no, that's a myth, bro. It's social media.
I can't.
Social commentary. As soon as an album comes out, you know the vibes. It's a classic. We've got to talk about it straight away, innit? So
you know what? Like, I understand that the way I consume music is more I consume the shit that I like. Yeah. And the things that I don't, I might cuss it like Justin Bieber, something that's really fucking.
But you ain't gonna spend too much time.
I ain't really got time. Yeah. I want to talk about the things that I'm loving. No. Like, fucking people like Children of Zeus. You know what I mean? Any opportunity that I have to talk about them, I'm sorry, I'm gonna use.
Don't apologize. Keep doing it, bro. Keep doing
like people like that. And Children of Zeus, they embed nostalgia. They embed Black British nostalgia in a lot of their songs as well. So if you listen to their latest album, Balance, right? Yeah. They've got a song in there called For Too Long. Yeah. Listening to that song, it wouldn't be out of place on a Jenny Francis playlist in the 90s. They just hold that sound.
I love that you picked that as well.
Yeah, that's my favorite song on that album. Yeah. But like, for me, hearing people like SilkSonic, right, be able to Sonic Silk. That was the right way around, wasn't it? SilkSonic, I think.
Sonic or Silk.
Anyway, hearing people like pick up something that's old and make it fresh and do a new version of it. For me, I love, man. Yeah. I just think we could celebrate that. Yeah, it's cosplaying, but so we need a bit of jokes in fucking music at the moment and a little bit of fun.
And I like seeing character. I like seeing Anderson .Paak being so animated with a big smile looking. Because they leave the door open, when people started saying, I go back and watch the video, you can see them really playing up to the characters and stuff. But that's what makes it cold, because you can't listen to that music and not vibe. And even a small shoulder shimmy, just a little one, you enjoy it, innit? So
Drake did it in one of his videos as well. It was the one they did a Boys to Men video. I think it was Waters Run Dry.
Oh, for Way Too Sexy.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate the song, but
me too.
I did like seeing the theatrics in the video. Like,
me too.
It felt like you guys really made an effort here, innit?
Yeah.
Because it's very easy just to stand there, do a club scene, or stand in front of a car, or Yeah. And like, I'm with you. I like seeing artists not take themselves too seriously.
Me too.
And it's funny you say Drake, because didn't they do what's the song with Amigos? I think it's Walk It Like I Talk It.
Yeah.
And is that a disco theme in the video?
I'm pretty sure it was. I can't remember.
Drake puts on a wig and that, and you can really see, at heart, this guy's an actor. Really, you can see it in it. So I do like seeing all the extra shit, and I'm not mad at that in it. So I got time for it. But it was just a conversation I was seeing online. I just wanted to kind of like gauge your thoughts.
Yeah,
on that
my
and stuff.
thoughts are just like the 70s music is so amazing. It's such a fantastic time. I say that as a biased person because I'm a Roy Ayers fan. I'm a Marvin Gaye fan as well.
Bro, show your bias, bro. I ain't got a problem with it.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm really happy that that's being revamped, because I've never seen it done. I see the 80s, I see the 90s. I never see the 70s. I've seen the 60s as well with your Amy Winehouses. She made like 60s music. There was this whole era
and she smoked that as well.
Yeah, she did. And then there was the whole era of 1920s music when you had Lena something, I can't remember her name, and Blue Cantrell, Hit 'em Up style. That was the 20s sound. Yeah. I've never seen the 70s like this. I love it. I'm reveling in it.
And I think the key thing you said, which I'm happy you said, is that it's like I don't know if you said re-education, or like will make people go back and like, okay, cool. So who is this person, or who is that person? Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Because even on might be like a small tangent. Even on I don't know if you watch BMF, 50 Cent's new show.
I haven't seen it
about obviously Big Meech and the whole Detroit boys and that. It might be episode 4 or 5, and Lamar's singing a certain song before he kills someone, innit? But the song is so cold, I go and research the song.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's that era of like 70s, 80s and that. So, that's the good thing. And then you start realizing, hold on, I might have actually heard this song somewhere else because it's using a hip hop sample somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So all these things do kind of come back around, innit?
Yeah, bro, you're talking my language. I'm such a lover of sampling. I love it. That's an art form, Listen. Yeah, no, I'm rest
very...
in peace, Dilla, man.
Hey, rest in peace, man. I'm very much for it. Before we go, when I was just doing my extra little Googles, I'm like, let me see what Richie's about. And like, there was something that popped up, and I want you to kind of lead the conversation. we laugh. No, it's actually, it's good that you're here. Kind of talk to our listeners, please, before we go, just about why it's important to give blood. I don't feel that's a conversation we've had a lot on this podcast, and I do want to do it. So I'll do B mic, you can be A mic.
No.
And I'll ad lib for you.
No, just like when it comes to blood types, there are black blood works better with black people. So there's different types of blood types that we have, and some of them are really rare. And also we have a lot of conditions in our community that need blood transfusion. So sickle cell being one of them. And that's
the one that always jumps out to me.
Yeah, sickle cell. My dad's got CLL, which is a type of leukemia, right? Yeah. And some people need blood transfusions. He needed one when he got really ill at one point. Yeah. We have other conditions as well. That means like different types of sickle cells as well, which means, you know, you need bloods replaced. But actually there is a shortage of black blood, and people don't realize that, you know, your blood needs to match your body type, and if it doesn't match your body type, your body can reject it and all of those kind of things, and it can cause all sorts of health issues. So when we talk about giving blood, I don't think people realize why blood is so important. And it isn't just things like sickle cell, it's also like when you're giving birth to a baby and you lose a bit too much blood. Of course, yeah. And for some women, it can be very heavy periods that leave them anemic, and maybe they need a transfusion for those reasons. People losing blood in accidents. So I think we need to really think about, you know, when we say we're here for our community and we want to support our community, part of that is being able to give blood. And it's something that's free to do. Not everyone can give blood, of course, depending on what your issues are. If you've got a heart issue, you can't give blood. Okay. But it's something that's free and that you can do. And it's a no-brainer for me, really. I just think you could save a life by doing that. Yeah. And we need black blood, man. We really need it.
How often do you give blood?
I now can't. I've got a heart issue. Yeah. I know.
We'll pray for you.
I know. No, I'm good, man.
I just don't like it.
I'm good. I'm alive. I'm here.
You're here. We know.
You know what I mean?
God willing, you'll be here for a very, very long time. And I just like, when you say like, oh, like, Dad, I know I think your uncle as well.
Yeah. My uncle passed.
So just hearing all these things, like,
Yeah. So I did it, and then now, like, the doctor said, no, sorry, you can't do that. Yeah. Because it can mess up your heart. Yeah. So I've got something wrong with my heart's natural pacemaker. Okay. And it's been stable for a long time. Yeah. But what they do, and this is the thing that people need to know, blood transfusions, or blood giving. If you've had a heart like issue previously, right, and your doctor says that you like, and even if it's been 10 years ago, if you've got a history of that, 9 times out of 10 your doctor's going to say it's not the thing for you to do. Okay. Yeah, you can't do it. Right. So just to be careful, but I cannot stress how important it is for us as black people to give blood. It's so important.
No, I just want you to just get that message across in it.
Yeah, so, man.
You know, because that's like a lived experience for you as well, with regards to family members and just.
And my uncle needed it.
And I see the clips of you on YouTube as well, stuff. It's something that we definitely need to do, and I want to commit to going out.
Have you done it yet?
I've done it once before. Yeah. This is years ago though, but I mean we've referenced it a couple of times, but yeah, definitely our listeners hold me to it, and Van's on the same page as me as well. Just spreading the word a bit more about it.
Can I also say the importance of signing up to bone marrow?
Okay. Why is that important?
Can you hear my stomach?
Is that your stomach?
Bro, I'm so hungry.
I thought that was the building.
Yo, it's my stomach. Man, I hope my mic can't pick.
Look, obviously, if anyone knows how to record, this building's under construction 24/7. Bro, I thought that was the building.
No, my belly.
You shouldn't have highlighted it. You should just let it flow.
Listen, my belly's hungry, you know. Look at being a bone marrow donor. Yeah. And the way that they find you, the way you get yourself onto the database is just a swab from your mouth. It's not painful. They don't drill into your bones to take your bone marrow to find out if you can match someone. They literally swab your mouth.
And why is it important for us to do that?
Because there's so little of us in this country. To find a match it can be almost impossible. I can't remember the exact number, so I don't want to give you wrong information.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But our chances of finding a match, because we are minority, are so slim. And when it comes to the way that bone marrow registers are set up, you've probably got quite a few in America, but we don't have as much in the Caribbean and Africa. Yeah. So most of our matches, I mean, I'm mixed, so it'd be even more difficult for me to find a match. Right. But you know, to find people back home is going to be even harder for us to find matches. So honestly, I cannot stress enough how important it is to register to be a bone marrow donor, because we do have things like childhood leukemia. Lots of people are affected by it, and honestly, we can save lives through it. I cannot stress how important blood donation and signing yourself up to be a bone marrow donor is. Like, I'm on there, and if I get the call, I will be there in seconds.
I respect that highly, man.
Honestly, as somebody, a dad with leukemia, and my uncle who lost his life to a lymphoma. A lymphoma. I cannot stress how important it is. I feel like I'm preaching, but
no, this one,
you know that community thing?
We educate and entertain. We could have some real talk as well. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel like we should even do something. Bro, fuck that, man. We don't even just say, I feel like I'm preaching. So what if I am?
I am. I wish I came with the facts and figures, but it's just when I encourage people listening now to do the search. Yeah. It's how hard it is for us to find donors it's so difficult.
Yeah.
It is wild, man, honestly.
No, so like I said, hold us accountable is on this podcast. I definitely want to have more of that conversation with people that either have lived experiences or someone that's a healthcare practitioner, just so we can spread the word. And I wouldn't mind doing some content around like giving blood as well. Because I said it before. I know Vans is on board, so it's on the list of stuff to do.
Wicked,
so
man.
we definitely need to get around to it. Is there anything you wanted to touch on before you go? Anything that you want to leave with our audience?
Yeah, just one thing.
Yeah,
and that's just about what you're doing off the cuff.
Yeah,
and just the content that you put out, and how conscientious you are, and how you uplift people, and the jokes that you give people.
Thank you, man.
And the fact that you've come together and created something that's such a cult following. And I feel like I see it constantly on the TL. People love you guys so much. I think for me, I always try and do this when people invite me on their podcasts to have conversations. It's just give the people the flowers they deserve.
Well, I gladly take them.
Yeah, take that. I think
Thank
you,
you,
man,
bro.
really deserve, like, I say you, man, but you, man, and lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Deserve.
Chris is definitely hearing that. She's not just some background noise. She's been joining us in the conversation.
Deserve the flowers, man, and keep pushing and keep going, because we need people like you, man. You know what I mean? You lot, we really need it. And I think I'd like to end on that. Like, that's what I'd like to say.
Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself. I ain't paid Richie. You didn't pay me. I'm here. This ain't a sponsored post.
You allowed me to swear, so
I allowed you.
You know
listen,
what I mean?
that's a rule. It's about times people coming in and going, "Rah, what? Come on, like, brother, swear away, bro. I want you to be as comfortable as you usually are."
I felt very comfortable. I'll be honest.
No, I'm happy you did, man. I'm happy. Like I said, this has been long overdue as well.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do that. All the people that like, because the amount of times, obviously, we've not seen each other in ages, but the amount of times. Especially because of like, obviously you're on radio, we do podcasts, and you see people, when you going to come on the pod, when you going to invite me on and that. And sometimes it's not past the conversation. I do want you on and that.
Yeah, it's just hard.
It's just hard. And then also remembering, okay, cool, you spoke to someone and that. So there's so many people that we said, yo, I want to get on, or they've hit me up and they want to come on. I said, yes, we're definitely going to get on.
I was on Vans' neck. I saw him. I was like, yo.
I love that, man.
When am I coming on?
People do this as well. Vans has been out a bit more than me lately.
Yeah.
So it's been unfair on him. So people have been catching him outside more, innit? But I'm due to be outside-ish towards the end of the year, so you might see me outside and stuff.
We got you.
Where's let our listenership know in regards to your show, your radio show.
Oh yeah. So it's 9 till 10 p.m. every Sunday on BBC One Extra, and basically it's a show called One Extra Talks. It's a talk show where we explore the experiences of Black communities, so through varying different lenses, like everything really. Yeah. It's so real, you know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, power to the people.
Fist up in the air, one of them ones.
It's good.
We have jokes though, man.
Yeah,
I'm not particularly serious. People think I am, but I'm not.
That's the thing. When you're the guy that talks about the black stuff all the time.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, fucking hell, Richie's going on again.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to come here to balance it out.
I feel like I've had a laugh.
Yeah,
man.
no, it's good, man. It's needed, man. It's needed, and we can end it there with with someone ringing the old buzzer and stuff. But I want to shout out to Vans. I said I was going to ring you as well, but we kind of got lost in the conversations. Yeah, but shouts out to Chrissy. Shouts out to Essie for last week as well. Shouts out to H each and every time.